Hey, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything and anything freelance writing. One of the biggest reasons that freelance writers have a hard time making real money is that they go where all of their competition is going, job boards and bidding sites. But is this the kind of money you want to make writing? Or how about this one? You have to know WordPress for this one. And this, you need to be a crypto expert and they will pay you $75 to $100 a blog. Push me off a mountain, it'll hurt less. Writers, there are better opportunities out there for you. My business is on track to do 6 figures this year, and it is not because I took jobs like the ones I just showed you. Here's what you need to do. You need to go where most of your competition isn't. One option for that is LinkedIn. This is where the relationship with your leads starts, and I'm going to give you 3 different methods that you can use to find steady freelance writing jobs using the platform. All right, so the first method is to find a company that has a blog, track down that company on LinkedIn, and then connect with the appropriate employee. This method is so effective because you're kind of cutting to the chase. There is no point in pursuing work with a company if they don't already have a blog. I know what you might be thinking. A company without a blog is the perfect opportunity because you could be the one to start it. I used to think the same thing. The tricky part here is that there is so much that goes into building and launching a brand new blog, and it really isn't in your best interest to sit around and wait for this to be ready so that you can start working and start getting paid. So don't go after a lead unless a blog is already on their radar. Okay, so you begin with a company that has a blog. Then you need to find them on LinkedIn, and there are a few ways you can do this. You can go on the platform and just type in the company name and they will probably pop up. Or you can go to the company's website, look for their social media icons, which are going to be either in the header or the footer or both, and see if they have the LinkedIn button. And if they do, you can navigate to LinkedIn that way. Or what you can do is go into Google and search the company name plus the word LinkedIn. Once you find that company on LinkedIn, you want to send an invite to the appropriate employee. And once they accept, you can send them a DM and start having a conversation about working together. The second method is to search your freelance writing niche on LinkedIn. So you're gonna go on LinkedIn, you're gonna go to the search bar, and you're going to type in CBD or fitness or fashion or whatever your niche is. And if you don't yet have a freelance writing niche, I want you to go watch this video because it's going to help you pick one. The results that you get when you search for your niche are going to be a combination of people and posts and groups and companies. We want to filter it by companies. Then once LinkedIn has refined the search results so that it's just companies, I'm going to go to each of their websites, see if they have a blog. And if they do have a blog, I'm going to go back to the company page on LinkedIn and send an invite to the appropriate employee. The advantage with this method is that instead of having to think of a company website to go to and see if they have a blog, you can use LinkedIn to present you with probably hundreds of companies so that you can kind of like cut out a little bit of work in the middle. Then of course you need to do your homework from there and backtrack just a little bit to confirm if they already have a blog or not. What I love about this approach is that it's a really great way to build your network on LinkedIn and also just, form relationships with people who are in your niche in some capacity. Use LinkedIn to network. You don't have to use it solely to find paid work. If you happen to come across someone who is in your niche, but maybe in a different field, in a different line of work, it still might be worth connecting with them. For instance, I'm a writer and many of my clients are in the fitness industry. So on LinkedIn, I will connect with other people in the fitness industry who aren't necessarily writers or editors. A lot of salespeople, branding, social media, but we all still have something in common, fitness. Now, if you do want to get more specific with your search, which is also great to do, and find people who not only work in your niche, but also in your general field, so writers, editors, SEOs, you can use something called a Boolean search to get really laser focused with who you're tracking down on LinkedIn. I've got a whole video on Boolean searches, so I won't go into that right now, but I will drop that link in the description below. Okay, so I just gave you 3 approaches, but I want you to remember that regardless of which one you take, the goal, the end result is always going to look somewhat similar. The goal is to track down an individual that you can connect with and have a conversation with about possibly working together. When it comes to finding work and landing clients, I want you to stop thinking about it as selling. too many of us have a natural aversion to that word. A lot of people hate selling, and a lot of people hate being sold to. So we want to just kind of get that out of our mind. Instead, I want you to think of it as building relationships with people you want to help. I'm going to say that again. This is really important. You need to build relationships with people you want to help. Say that over and over again. Start rewiring your mind and looking at this from a different angle, and you're going to find that it's actually a lot easier than you might think to get more paid work as a writer. If finding more freelance writing work is your top priority right now, then you might be interested in my guide, How to Source Leads. In this guide, I will share with you 5 of my favorite methods for finding high quality leads. If you'd like to check that out, I will put the link below this video. Help a sister out and give this video a thumbs up before you go. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so you never miss my new content. If you have any questions, drop them in a comment. I do my best to respond to everyone, and I'll see you next time.